Hello.
Ahoy!
Welcome to episode 23 of Bottom of the Stream.
Yes.
Deja vu.
Not very long since we recorded episode.
No, it's not. It's been a couple of days.
Due to technological snafus.
Tech's letting us down.
Yeah.
We need some new tech.
I'm Nick.
I'm Adam, and this is Bottom of the Stream, a weekly look at irrelevant films on Netflix. Irrelevant, that's a good term for them, I think. I want to use that. Irrelevant films on Netflix.
Irrelevant or irreverent?
Both.
Okay.
What's irreverent mean? Sounds like you got a lisp.
Bit wacky, bit out there, bit out of the box.
Irrelevant, irreverent films on Netflix. Easy for me to say. So, have you watched anything good at the top of the stream this week?
Not in the last couple of days.
Since we last spoke. No, not me.
But...
Oh, I have watched something.
Go on, you go
On
first.
your recommendation, I started watching Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's good,
I've done a whole season.
Did really?
Yeah.
I've only done one season.
It's brilliant. I wanted it as like my little half an hour show to do while I'm cooking or something. Just can't stop watching it. It's Titus Andromedon is the best.
He's really funny.
He's absolute hero. So yeah, that's what I've been watching this week.
Oh, well, we're at the same point then, because that's how far we've got.
Awesome.
First series.
Get on it.
Yeah.
We'll do it together.
Okay. What I was going to mention.
Yeah, go on.
Is that so? We recorded on last Saturday.
Yes.
And it's now Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we had to record on Saturday, our second time of asking for Ghost Team.
Yes.
Due to technology issues.
Bloody technology.
And we finished it on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then but a few hours later.
Unbelievable.
Netflix dropped the bombshell that the Breaking Bad movie will be here in October.
Coming a lot sooner than anybody thought.
So.
And then they dropped a trailer on us as well.
Yeah. But now we can talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Are you excited?
Beyond excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am.
Are you interested to see what became of Jesse Pinkman?
Very much so. I always loved the fact that they left his story open, and to finally get some answers on it after all this time. It's going to be great fun, and the trailer is marvellous.
It's not even a proper trailer.
It's not. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not even a scene from the film. I think they've just there's just Skinny Pete sitting in a room talking to some cops, but it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's going to be.
It's so Breaking Bad.
Excellent.
I was saying I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do any marketing for this film at all. But then they've released this trailer, and it is incredible. And I cannot.
It doesn't really need it. It's a captive audience.
Yeah, it's aimed at the film's fans. They're not trying to bring in new fans. It's going to be great, and I can't wait for October. I'm so excited.
Roll on.
Definitely. And the other thing that we kind of missed last week, because we did talk about it in the first recording of Ghost Team, but then we didn't talk about it in the second, is the release of Agent King, the details for Agent King, which is Netflix's new adult comedy that's coming about Elvis Presley being a spy.
Oh, yes. It's
an animated comedy, and it has been created by Priscilla Presley.
Really?
Yeah, they brought it off her.
She's popped up again.
She has. Which maybe was why I wanted to talk about it, because we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, so that looks quite good. That's going to be interesting, I think. I think that'll probably come next year now. Good.
I'm always up for having a few in the back pocket, a few quick programmes that you can just
it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's an alternate timeline of Elvis's history as a spy, as well as being the king of rock and roll.
And we'll find out about how he got that job working down the fish and chip shop.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I would imagine we will. Couple of other bits of Netflix news came out today.
Go on.
So they have released a trailer today for a film called... I think it's a TV series called The King, starring Timothée Chalamet.
Right.
Who is like hot property at the minute.
Is it also to do with Elvis?
No. This is about King Henry.
Oh, right, okay.
Timothée Chalamet was in Beautiful Boy. Have you seen that with Steve Carell?
I have not. No.
Watch it. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful film. It's really hard to watch, but it's really good. He's going to play King Henry in this, and it is inspired by Shakespeare's telling of that story. So not the real life story.
I went to Stratford the other week.
Awesome.
And
all these little coincidences keep happening. I like it.
With the family. Yeah. Went to some of Shakespeare's old haunts. Went to his school. Went to Tudor school.
Did you?
Yeah, wrote with a quill.
Did you pass?
Probably not.
Just like normal school.
Learned a bit of Latin.
Oh.
That's good.
You're going to regale us with some Latin?
No. Absolutely
awesome.
not.
But yeah, if you check out that trailer, because it looks like it's going to be really good. And they've also dropped today the release date for The Irishman. Have you heard about The Irishman?
I feel like I have, but I'm not pulling it from the back of my mind.
Some news to this, right? This is going to be as top of the stream as Netflix have ever gone.
Okay.
This is the new Martin Scorsese film, starring Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci.
I have heard of it. I have heard that it was in development.
Pesci's been retired now for over 20 years, and this has dragged him back out of retirement. It's the first time Pacino and Scorsese have ever worked together.
And it's for Netflix.
And it's getting a limited cinema release in America on the 1st of November of this year.
Right.
It will then release on Netflix globally on the 27th of November this year.
Wow.
That's big for Netflix. That is a big hook that's going to drag people in.
That's huge.
The reuniting of De Niro, Pesci and Scorsese is massive. And then to throw Pacino in the mix as well.
So you've got the reunion from Heat.
Yeah.
And the reunion from Goodfellas.
Yeah.
All stirred around and
you get to see Pacino and Scorsese working together, which has never happened. That surprised me a little bit.
That's excellent.
So yeah, that's coming to Netflix globally on the 27th of November.
Awesome. Lots to look forward to.
Definitely. Check out the trailer as well. It's really good. The very first scene in it is Joe Pesci, and it took everybody by surprise. The trailer's been out a little while, but it took everybody by surprise when that came out. That's it. Netflix news is done.
All that top of the stream stuff which we can reference but not really
talk
get
about.
Into.
I'm definitely going to watch it, but we won't talk about it on here.
Good.
Yeah. I think that's enough Netflix news. Have you got anything else you want to talk about before we carry on?
I don't think so. I really want to talk about this film.
Let's go and talk about Revenger then.
Are you going to do the socials first?
Oh, shall I?
Yeah.
People already follow us. It's fine. Okay. I'll quickly run through the socials. The Twitter is @BOTS_podcast. So is the Instagram. Facebook.com/bottomofthestream. Email address is bottomofthestream@gmail.com. And the brand new website is www.bottomofthestream.com, where you will find all of the episodes and the current stream table as it stands.
Excellent. I just wondered, actually, given that we've had quite a few new listeners the last couple of weeks, if it is just really quickly worth running through our setup.
Okay.
So
go for it.
Basically, what we're doing is randomly selecting a film from Netflix every week, which we have added to our ongoing list, but then we've randomly selected. And it's stuff that is not well known or being advertised.
It's stuff Netflix are not talking about.
And we're trying to find some hidden gems.
Yeah.
So we'll pick one, we'll talk about it, and at the end of the episode, we're putting them in a sort of table or standings, if you like.
Like a league table.
And we're seeing where they rate.
Yeah. So
we're coming towards the end of season 1.
Yeah, 2 more after today.
Yeah, we'll have 25 films. We're going to close the table, and then we'll start season 2.
Yes. So currently at the top of the stream table is a documentary called The Dawn Wall.
Yeah.
And currently at the bottom of the stream table is a terrible film called Sierra Burgess is a Loser.
Teen rom-com. Very problematic.
I'm not going to say teen rom-com. It's a teen rom rubbish. There we go.
And we've had lots of weird and wonderful things.
There's plenty of craziness in between. Talking of craziness.
Yes.
Let's talk about Revenger.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Revenger is claimed as a Netflix original. I'm going to put because I don't think they made this.
No, so they've purchased and distributed it in the West.
Stuck their name on the front of it.
Yeah.
It's a 2018 film. It is a 15 somehow. It is an hour and 41 minutes long, and it's currently rated at 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yes, and this is a Korean martial arts film.
It is indeed.
Starring Bruce Khan.
Bruce Khan as Yul.
And other people.
Yeah, it stars Bruce Khan as Yul.
Because there's not much information about.
There's very, very little information. There's only 3 people credited on IMDb, and there's many more than 3 people in this film.
There's loads of people in this film.
I've got some names. It's Park Hee-soon plays Carlos Kuhn.
Yeah.
Yoon Jin Seo plays Marley. And Kim In-kwon plays Bao. Directed by Lee Seong-won. I don't know how good my Korean pronunciation was, but I think it's alright. Yeah, so what is the synopsis of Revenger?
Basically, this film is part Battle Royale, part The Condemned.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with that.
There is an island somewhere in Asia that 12 Asian countries are sending their worst prisoners to. Yeah. So prisoners on death row are getting sent to this island.
And just left there.
Pretty much just getting left there to fend for themselves. So this is not a place you want to be.
No, it really isn't a place you want to be.
And that is the essence of the setup.
Yeah.
So the film opens. Can I go for it?
Yeah, go for
The
it.
film opens with a young girl being chased along a beach by a group of
A band of merry men.
Yeah.
Convicts.
They're all in their prison scrubs, aren't they?
Yeah, everybody wears the same.
And a lady sort of appears.
Yeah.
Picks a couple of them off.
Yeah.
She's an
She's
archer.
an archer. Another archer.
Yeah. So there's a couple of gory arrow into neck.
Yeah,
shots.
there's another. Did you see that? There was another arrow straight through the neck scene. It's the same as from Hold the Dark the other week.
So this chase goes on for a little while, but eventually, sort of the numbers overpowered. The kid is caught, the lady's caught as well.
Yeah.
And just as bad things are about to happen to them, something cool happens.
Something cool.
Proper cool.
cool.
So another prisoner emerges from the surf on the beach, wearing a straitjacket and a Hannibal Lecter mask.
Yeah.
And he beats the crap out of the other prisoners.
Literally takes them all out.
I'm straight away.
Straight on board. Agreed.
This is fantastic.
Straight on board with this because how he just appeared out of the. I presume the country's just dropped them in the ocean somewhere near the island, and he just appeared from the waves with this straitjacket on. He beats all of these people up, still wearing a straitjacket, just with his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on. I'm in straight away. I'm in. I'm honest with you, I've never watched a Korean martial arts film before.
Really?
No, and so it's completely out of my frame of reference.
Okay.
I have no idea what this is. This is all new to me.
Good. I'm interested to see what you thought of it then.
Yeah.
So, the young girl, how old would you say she was? 11? 10, 11?
Yeah,
Something
maybe
like that?
9, 10, 11.
So, she is Jin.
Yes.
And she lets the guy out the straitjacket.
Yeah.
And
they go back and save the mother.
Yeah.
She's still trying to fight them off.
And the mother's name is Marley.
Yeah,
Marley.
Marley.
Is that how we're saying it?
That's how they said it in the film, so that's
good.
how I'm saying it.
Glad you paid attention. Marley. She's not in a good way though.
No, she's been
beaten. And the man is looking for someone else.
Yeah. So he is instantly, as soon as the mask's taken off, he says, "Where is Kuhn?"
Where is Kuhn? And Jin tells the man that her mother knows where Kuhn is.
Yeah. Because she's trying to make him save her.
The man pulls off his dog tags.
Yeah.
Which read Yul Kim.
Yeah.
And that's cut.
That's it. Straight into your film.
Start film.
That's your basics. That's where it starts. Great start.
Yeah.
Great start.
Brilliant.
I'm all in on it.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Action was top notch.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, me too.
What the hell's going on?
I want to see what the hell's going on. So she leads him back to a cave.
Yeah, so it's like a camp. It's like a Lost Boys type.
Yeah,
one with like Hook.
Yeah, it did. It did have a bit of a Hook feel to it. Yeah, so they all live in like this cave area, and it seems like there's another tribe of the more dangerous criminals. They live out in the jungle.
Yeah,
and it's not safe wherever they are. So they live in this cave to try and keep away from them.
So it's a group of nice criminals.
Yeah,
nominally they're the good guys, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're a strange band of merry men.
So yeah,
I said merry men twice. I don't know why.
So Yul and Jin and Marley go back to this camp, and we're introduced to Mr. Bao.
Mr. Bao,
who again seems nominally to be the camp leader. Yeah, but he is also the comic relief in this movie.
Is definitely the.
And I thought he was hilarious.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He was the
really
highlight.
Funny
of this
moments film. In this film.
There was. He was the highlight of this. I really liked him. So they have a debate about whether to kill this man or not because they don't trust him. They don't know who he is. He could be an agent for Kuhn. Kuhn seems to be the guy who's running the other people. Yeah, I understand it.
He's got basically seems to have an rule of iron over the island, really, doesn't he? He's the mob boss.
He's the leader. They do some sort of tribal dance at one point.
They're trying to intimidate him, aren't they? So it's a bit like if you've ever seen a New Zealand rugby team. Yeah. But Yul just shrugs it off. Yeah. Because he's double-hard. He's
a double-hard bastard. So to bring Marley round, they have to wake up their camp doctor. Yeah. Who's also grandpa.
Yeah, he's a crazy old man.
He's a crazy old man. I've used the words batshit crazy quite a lot in this film, in this podcast. This man epitomised it. But, he thinks his dead wife's ghost's there with him. Yes. This is how I'm understanding it.
No, that's exactly what I got.
He thinks she's there with him. She keeps tickling him. She keeps like trying to put
annoying
him off.
Him. Yeah.
And the only way to break him out of this craziness is for one of them to kiss him. Yeah. So this guy gets nominated to kiss him, which brings him round and he instantly becomes sane again. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a great idea.
So they treat Marley.
They do.
And it's kind of left there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of left with them. She's got to come around at some point.
So Yul sort of takes up residence on a bunk in the camp.
Yeah, he just grabs himself a bed. Doesn't matter whose it is.
And Jin is sort of sniffing around his stuff.
Yeah.
And basically it comes out through conversation that Jin wants Khun dead as well because he killed her dad.
Yes.
We don't know yet why Yul wants Khun.
No, not yet. Did you see
Prince Khan is hench. Because at this point he takes his top off.
Yes, he does.
And he is carved out of rock.
It was already hot in that room. It was hotter at that point. He's a beast of a man. Absolute beast.
So he has a bit of a conversation. Mr. Bao just comes and talks at Yul because he's still not said a word really in this film.
No, this was the first time I laughed out loud in this film.
Yeah, Mr. Bao's drunk, isn't he?
Yeah,
and he basically says death's the only way off this island.
Yeah,
and he's still trying to scare him.
Yeah,
so Yul just clocks him.
It just grabs his head and bangs it into the post of the bed and instantly knocks him out. It was so funny. I wasn't expecting it. And it just made me laugh out loud. It was brilliant. And you just see him then asleep on the floor.
Yeah.
The next morning. He's still lying there asleep next to the bed. Yeah, anyway, so it cuts to the next morning and...
Oh, there's a quick flashback first.
Oh, is there? Okay.
So these are peppered through the film. They're only a few seconds each. Yeah. Yul's wife was murdered.
Yeah.
Execution style.
Yeah, that's what we see
that's
in that
literally
flashback.
It. That's all you see.
You don't see anything else.
No.
The next morning, Marley wakes up. She clocks him straight away. This is the first time she's seen Yul.
Yeah.
She clocks him straight away. She knows who he is, and she knows that he's a cop.
Yeah.
Which doesn't go down well with the rest of the tribe.
Why does she recognise him?
Is he the one that sent her there?
He put her away.
He put her away in the first place.
And she was pregnant.
Yes.
When he sent her down.
Yeah, sent her to the island with Jin. So Jin was born on the island, which is not a nice place to be born.
No. So Yul kind of turns about heel and leaves camp.
Yeah, because he says, I just want to know where to find Khun.
Yeah.
She tells him and he just goes.
Yeah.
There's no argument, there's no fight, there's no debate. He just leaves. But then they realise that Jin is missing.
Yeah, but again, it was done really funnily.
Yeah.
Because Marley and Mr. Bao are having a conversation and she says, I'm really worried about my daughter. And Mr. Bao says, don't worry, all my best men are looking after her. She won't go anywhere. We'll keep an eye on her. And then off screen, there's a voice that goes,
Jin's run away.
She's run away. It was a really nice touches.
I was surprised how much comedy there was in this.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it. I was expecting an intense, hardcore, gory thriller. And there is quite a few little comedic moments in it that all hit as well. There's funny parts in this that are all funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. But then I didn't know what I was expecting because it's all new to me.
We get another flashback, and this time it's Khun who's arrived on the island, again in a similar way to Yul did, out of the surf. He's got his face all bandaged up.
Yeah. And
he's greeted by a group of convicts, one of whom is Mr. Bao.
Yeah.
And he chops his hand off.
Literally, instantly, just first thing he does on the island is chop Bao's hand. I hadn't noticed that he hadn't got a hand.
No, I hadn't either at that point.
But
from then on, you do notice. So Bao's got a hook for a hand.
Yeah, he's obviously crafted himself on the island. I don't know how you survive on an island with no medical care.
No, I'm not sure.
Hand when your hand gets chopped off, but he did. So the next time we see Jin, she's in a net. She's obviously been caught in some sort of trap.
Yeah.
The man frees her and they go off together. He doesn't send her back.
No.
They go off together. And then they find a grave or a pile of bodies, but it turns out to be a trap.
Yeah. So one of the bodies in inverted commas, is still alive.
Yeah.
And Jin recognises him.
Yes.
Presumably as a member of the camp.
Yeah. So she goes over to his body, or his dying body, and the other two bodies jump up and grab her.
Yeah.
And run off with her. So she gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
So she's a bit of a scamp, this one.
Yeah, she is.
She's just never out of trouble.
You know, at the start of the first few seasons of The Walking Dead, when Carl would never stay in the bloody house and he was always getting in trouble. That's what she's like.
Yeah, look what happened to him.
Yeah, exactly. So now Jin's been kidnapped. Yul finds a toy bunny.
Yes, he does.
On this body in the grave.
Yeah.
And it reminds him of his daughters.
Yes.
So he picks it up, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Takes it with him, puts it in his back pocket.
Meanwhile, still further behind Jin and Yul, Marley and Mr. Bao and all those guys are also on the move.
Yeah, they're all trying to follow and track him down. So they're following through it's like a jungle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just following him through the jungle, trying to get to him. And Mr. Yule finds we keep calling him Mr. Yule and Mr. Bow. That's what they were called in the film.
Yeah.
It's respectful. It's a respectful film. He finds like a prison block.
Yes.
Which is obviously what the original island was built for. And he finds some goons.
All I've written for this.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-minute sequence and it's amazing. He's walking through this prison block, destroying people left, right and centre.
Yeah.
All I've written, because I just sat and watched it and had a great time, is Yul Kim in the prison takes out all the guards.
Yeah. I put, find some goons, make short work of them, find some more goons, takes them out too.
Oh, this was great.
Yeah.
It's just followed him through the building.
All of the fight scenes are really good in this.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
There was one point where he got into the main sort of chamber.
Yeah.
And it switched to the point of view of the person getting beaten up.
Yeah.
And you've got Yul standing over him, beating him up. And when he delivers the final kick, you're looking through the eyes of the person being beaten up.
The camera just flies backwards.
You scoot back along the floor.
I've written that down. I put, he beats up the cameraman. He even beats up the cameraman.
I thought it was great direction.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. There's a point as well where he pile drives a guy's head into a box.
Yeah.
Using a proper wrestling pile driver. Yeah. There's a really gruesome leg break.
Yes.
When somebody's got their leg up on a
stamps on the shin and
he just stamps on the shin and
the knee bends the wrong way.
It's gruesome. This film is gruesome. How it's only a 15, no idea. But
so Yul gets to kind of like the end level boss, doesn't he?
He never takes a single hit from any of them.
No.
It's completely bruise free all the way through.
So there's a big guy with dreadlocks at the end.
Yeah.
And he does get rocked by him. That's the first shot he takes.
Yeah, that's the first shot he takes in the whole film.
This guy towers over Yul. And they have a good fight scene.
Yeah.
And very graphically at the end, Yul snaps his neck.
Yeah. Kills him and all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of death in this.
Yeah.
It's gruesome.
Bodies everywhere.
Bodies everywhere. There's a big death toll.
So he saves Jin.
Yeah, he does save Jin. He tells her to go back to her mum.
Yeah. We get another quick flashback of Khun killing Jin's dad.
Yes.
And then we're back in the prison.
Yeah.
So the rest of the tribe, so Marley and Mr. Bao and everyone arrive in the room. Jin's already left.
Yeah.
Yul is still there.
Just standing amongst the bodies.
Yeah.
But they're all too late.
They turn up sort of for a fight and can't believe what's happened.
Yeah. Bao apologises to him for earlier as well, because he's obviously terrified of it now as he's seen the mess he's made.
One of the henchmen has kind of scurried away.
Yeah.
And he's gone presumably to tell Khun that this man is looking for him.
This is the first point where we see Khun in the present day rather than in a flashback. So him and his henchman, he's got a hunchback who's a henchman.
I'm going to point this out right now then. That's a good point. There's not much characterisation in like time for in-depth characterisation in this, but there is such a great range of memorable and visibly standout characters in this. That was one of the things that appealed to me. So there's the guy with braces, the other henchman. There's the lady archer, the hunchback guy with the machetes, Khun himself, Yul. They were all just
characters.
Stood out. Yeah,
it was like watching a Street Fighter game. It was like every character was different.
But not the Street Fighter movie.
No, because that's awful.
Go to another flashback when Yul is standing over Khun in a warehouse or something.
Yeah. And
Khun is burning
He's on
alive.
Fire. Yeah. He's off. So that's presumably where his bandages come from.
Yeah.
His henchmen tell him that everyone is dead and he's looking for you.
Yeah.
So then he kills one of his own men.
Yeah.
And tells them to get
Kills the messenger,
basically. Yeah.
Sends the rest, and Khun sends the rest of his team out
after him. We cut then back to Marley and Mr. Bao, who are still looking for Jin because she ran off again. That's what she does. She's being shot at by somebody.
This is where the lady henchman, hench lady,
henchwoman,
with the expert archer. So her and her team find Jin first.
Yeah.
At about the same time that Yul does.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like an abandoned. I think there's a school or
some like sort of buildings. He grabs her and dives through a window with her. Doesn't
as they start getting shot
at by arrows. Yeah, so they dive into this building through a window. There's arrows raining in everywhere, and he takes a poison tipped arrow.
Yeah.
After a little while, there's a little
to the back,
few things going on, but yeah, this woman's got like a cup of poison.
It's a bit of like a cat and mouse game through these abandoned buildings, isn't it? With Yul and Jin trying to fend off these archers. Yeah, and she's got like a cup of poison strapped to her. Yeah.
What was that? And she poisons him.
Yeah.
He gets a poisoned arrow in his back. Marley is there now.
Yeah, so she's
trying to remember now. Yeah, she's followed him, and she's going after the Archer woman as well.
And her team.
And the Archer woman seems to have got her. She fires an arrow at her, and we think it's hit her, but it turns out she's just holding her body in front of her.
Yeah.
So the body takes the arrow, which gives her free rein to take out the Archer lady, the hench lady.
Right in the throat.
Right in the throat. Brilliant. Everybody keeps getting shot in the throat with arrows, and it's fun to watch. Marley finds Jin and in this room with Yul, but he's in a bad way.
Yeah, he's passed out.
He's alive.
Yeah,
but barely. It's not in a good way.
She does a bit of on the spot medical treatment, doesn't she? So she chews up some herbs and sort of compounds them around the entrance wound.
Entrance wound.
What would you call it?
Yeah, we would call it that. It's just the way you said it made me laugh. Sorry.
I thought you were challenging me.
No, never. We'll never challenge you. So Bao's there as well now, and he's like, we need to leave. But Jin said she can't leave without taking him because he saved her again. Saved her life twice now. So they have to distract Khun's men. Some of them do, and some of them take Yul back to the camp.
Yeah, so Mr. Bao and an unnamed
follower.
Gang member.
Yeah, he doesn't get a name.
Run a distraction, don't they?
Yeah, they just run out like crazy people.
Yeah. A bit like in Star Wars when Han Solo and Chewbacca run screaming at the stormtroopers.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Whilst Marley and Jin and the other tribe members sort of stretcher Yul away.
Back to the camp. So they have to take him back to the crazy grandpa who comes back again.
His dead wife's still annoying him.
She's tickling him again and annoying him. The man comes over to kiss him again, but it doesn't work this time. It doesn't do it for some reason, and Marley ends up kissing him. Yeah. And he comes around again.
That's another example of a character. He's only in it for 2 scenes. Yeah. This Uncle Ipa. But he's so memorable.
It's just crazy grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really quickly, but well drawn and memorable characters.
Yeah. Everybody's got their own character traits and they're really memorable.
Yeah, and they all get their moment to shine in the film at some point.
Yeah, this grandpa guy was brilliant. He was really fun.
Mr. Bao and his friend.
There's a healing montage.
Oh, yeah.
You know how we love a montage? Yeah. There's a healing montage.
You're right, there is.
Don't forget the healing montage.
And then Mr. Bao and his friend who caused the distraction think they've got away with it. They think they're in the clear. Yeah. And they step into 2 booby traps.
Yeah, they both get caught in nets.
Yeah.
It's not good.
And they're soon rounded up by Khun's other team of men.
Yeah.
Which include his other 2 main henchmen.
Yeah.
So the guy that I've just called Braces.
Yeah.
He was a beautiful man.
He was a beautiful man. He was indeed.
With braces on his teeth, hence the name. And the hunchback is also with him.
Yeah, he was not a beautiful man.
No.
He was a tiny little monkey type man. And with 2 big machetes strapped to his back.
Yes. And a horrible, evil smile.
Yeah. It was really creepy. They cut them out of the net and they've got them captive. They tease that they're going to cut his other arm off.
Yeah.
Bao's other arm off. But don't. And they kill his mate instead.
Yes.
Quite violently in the throat with a knife.
And the next we see is Bao running through the jungle.
Yeah.
He's been let go.
They let him go.
What have they done?
They followed him.
No, what have they done to him?
I don't know. What did they do to him?
So the guy who was with, they cut his hand off.
Oh yeah, and strapped his hand.
And they strapped it
to him.
Bao's
fake hand.
Fake hand.
So he's running around with his arm. Yeah, that was weird.
Dangling off his fake hand.
That was weird. I'd forgotten about that bit.
And basically I think they've said to him, judging from what comes next, you take us to the camp, you give up Yul, and we'll spare everyone else.
Yeah, either that or he's stupid and they've followed him. One of the two. Yeah, he blames the fucking cop, as he says.
I think he's cut a deal, because I think he says when he gets to the camp, I think he says that wasn't part of our deal.
Yeah, you're right, he does. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It's weird, did you notice as well? A lot of this is in Korean and a lot of it's subtitled.
Yeah.
But all of Khun's men speak in English.
Yeah, so I wasn't expecting that.
No, I wasn't.
Can you remember when we watched Mirage and we had the conversation? Because that was dubbed.
Yeah.
And we had the conversation about, do you prefer dubbed or subtitles? And I think we both said we preferred subtitles.
Yeah.
But dubbed actually worked really well because
we've got
to make some notes.
Yeah.
So this was a strange film because a lot of it was subtitles.
Yeah.
But the odd sentence or line was in English.
Most of Khun's men spoke English constantly.
Yeah.
But most of the tribe spoke Korean or whatever language it is. But there's not a lot of dialogue in it anyway.
No.
So it wasn't like, oh shit, I've got to read all this and write all this at the same time. I had to pause it a couple of times.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of dialogue.
I have to do that most weeks though.
Yeah, I do, to be fair.
to finish writing a line down before I miss the next thing. Or
yeah. Anyway, so they all end up back at the cave, all of Kuhn's men. There's a man there who thinks he's a monkey.
Yeah, so he's in the tribe. Yeah. So he's
just basically is a monkey.
He's not all there.
He's not all there. And they slit his throat.
Yeah.
And that was really sad.
It was sad.
That guy's really fun and obviously not quite the full ticket. Yeah, so and that kicks everything off.
Yeah, this is where it goes down. So Yul is still on his sickbed. He's not come round.
Yeah. Marley kicks it all off because she says, my line of the film at this point. So she says, we don't have time to be slayed by you bastards. And then shoots an arrow. And then it all goes to shit.
But Brace is like matrixes it.
Completely matrixed it.
Just moves to the side, watches the arrow go past him.
And all hell breaks loose.
Smacks into another henchman. Yeah. And then the big fight is on. Yeah,
this is your main fight scene in this film.
There's swords going in people.
I can't even tell you what happened.
There's bones crunching,
everything's going on. It goes on for ages and it is fucking brilliant. And sorry, Mum. Again.
There's a couple of like beats in it that slows it down. So like there's a big guy who's been in this sort of in the background quite a bit in the film. Yeah. There's like the muscly guy in the tribe and his wife and daughter don't make it out of this fight. That's quite sad.
Yeah. They're being slaughtered.
This is carnage, Kuhn's goons are just destroying them.
They're not there for fighting, they're there for living and surviving. And it comes down to head goon, who you're calling Braces. Yeah. And Marley and Bao are still alive. Yeah. And it comes down to like a three-way dance between them three. Because the hunchback guy's still alive as well.
Mr. Bao... No, there's loads of goons alive at this point still. So Mr. Bao sort of pleads with Braces. This isn't what we agreed. Braces. You said you wouldn't do this. Yeah. And Braces just slaughters him. Yeah.
Is that the point as well where that guy's shirt comes off?
Yes. My God.
Braces' shirt comes off at this point. And you were saying earlier about Yul being stacked. This isn't normal. This guy's body is insane. He
was hiding it under those scrubs.
He really was. He's got muscles in places I haven't even got places. It was hench.
Talk about hard body Harrison. Yeah, he was.
Capital everything. It was mad. And Marley just cuts his shirt open and it just falls off. Yeah. And that's obviously in his contract. Yeah. I'm getting my...
He gets slashed down the back of his shirt and it just falls off.
Yeah, and this body gets revealed and it's like, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
He slaughters Mr. Bao.
He does.
So he just slashes him right down his chest. Yeah. And he starts to beat up Marley.
Bao jumps in front of Marley, doesn't he? That's how he takes the knife.
That's now. Okay. So Braces is beating up Marley. Yeah. And he's about to sort of deliver the final blow. Yeah. And Bao jumps in front. Yeah. And sort of sacrifices himself.
Yeah. Then you get another little flashback after all that chaos. That chaos as well goes on for 15 minutes, 15 minutes. It's just madness. It's madness. Yeah. It's brilliant. It's a little bit like that fight scene, the gunfight scene a few weeks ago. Yeah. In Hold the Dark. It's right in the middle of the film and it's crazy. But then after all that's finished, you get a flashback to Kuhn killing Yul's family. Yeah. So he kills his wife and his daughter.
Yeah, in front of him.
As he's being held down by somebody else. Is this the point where the grandpa randomly dropped dead as well?
Yeah, I didn't get. This is the only bit which I didn't really understand.
Yeah, he just died.
I've put he passes out. Yeah. But it's like he says something to his dead wife. Yeah. Passes out, hits the deck, and then bang, Yul wakes up. Yeah. So I don't know if there's some spiritual part of the healing bit's gone on there.
I thought that. It was a bit strange. He just dropped dead.
I think something might have been lost in translation.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it was the only bit that didn't quite click.
Yeah, and so Yul is awake, and the music all starts to get quite intense.
He's not himself though. He's woozy.
He's drowsy.
He staggers out of the shack, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you
played much Red Dead Redemption 2 or the first one. You know where you go to the bar and you have too much.
Yeah, it was a bit like that.
Fire water.
I never got into Red Dead.
You're staggering around for a while. That's what it's like. That's what he's like.
I struggled with Red Dead. It's just too much driving around on a horse doing nothing. Anyway, that's
a big time investment.
Yeah, it is. You have to invest a lot of time in it. Anyway. Who's got that sort of time? And it's not in VR.
But it doesn't matter that Yul's on his sort of spaghetti legs.
No.
Because he is still kicking absolute ass.
Shit is going down again.
He gets a sword and he just goes through all these goons.
Yeah, it's like he's playing Fruit Ninja. Yeah. Have you played Fruit Ninja?
Yeah, well, not for a long time.
It's just like... there must be 30. He just slashes through them all.
Kills them all.
Kills every single one.
Kills or maims them all.
Yeah. So the only two left standing at the end of it are shirtless guy. Shirtless braces guy and the hunchback, who somehow has managed to survive all the way through this, even though he can barely move. So he decides to take them both on.
Yeah.
Freeway match.
And there's another great fight scene between the three of them.
Yeah, there is. He kills Braces first, which surprised me.
Yeah, me too.
So he slices him up a lot and then digs the sword into his head. And then him and the hunchback get it on.
Yeah.
And he kills him.
He does kill him. He kind of does some nasty figure 4 type thing on his leg.
Yeah, he does.
Snaps it at the knee and then, runs him through the sword.
Slices his throat again, doesn't he? And then he just walks away.
Yeah.
Just leaves. Marley and Jin are just lying there on the floor. And he just walks off.
Yeah.
And then you get a really horrible, terrifying scene of Khun taping up his crispy skin.
Yes. So he's sort of applying salve and talc to it,
bandages,
and
it's all crispy, and every time he moves it crunches and wrinkles, and didn't like that at all. It was weird.
But Yul is coming for him.
Yeah, and he knows it. So Yul heads back to the prison block, takes out some more goons, where these goons keep coming from.
I think it's a different place. It's like it's an abandoned, almost like...
I took it as a different part of the same place.
Well, it might have been, yeah.
There was prison bars there.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It's a different building. It's a building. There's some more goons there who he takes out again, and they finally come face to face.
Yeah, so
face to bandaged face.
Yeah, it comes down to Yul versus Khun.
Yeah. Your crime is too big to be forgiven. Now you die. That was the line he used. And they both get into a fighting stance. And it is very much like Street Fighter at that point, even with the camera angle. And they start off with no weapons.
Yeah.
So they're just fist fighting, punching, slapping. Yul locks him in a sleeper at one point. But then Khun Bro pulls out a knife.
Yeah.
Because he's a dirty fighter. More fighting. Fight. Lots of fighting.
But if you're Yul, you're not scared of a knife if you can turn your wrist tape into a lethal weapon.
So he basically unravels his wrist tape and makes like a rope out of it. And so he's got this strap between his two hands that he's fighting him off with. They both manage to disarm each other.
Yeah.
And I think Yul catches him with a really good one in the face at one point and knocks him down.
He's starting to get on top here, isn't he, in this fight?
Khun's definitely the first one to go down. But then he eats some like plant stuff.
Yeah,
it's like an energy device.
Like some herbal...
Yeah.
It's literally... There's a plant
grabs it out of a plant pot and eats it.
He lands next to a plant pot, stuffs his face with a load.
And then he's rejuvenated.
And he's got a second wind.
Yeah, it's like he's found a life token in a video game.
Bit more back and forth.
Yul wags a finger at him at one point, like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He just wags his finger in his face. And there's a lot more back and forth.
We're not doing this justice in the fact that they're flying around the room, they're jumping
crazy.
off the walls. I
cannot begin to describe to you how...
It's great. The fight scene is amazing.
I can't begin to describe to you how much fun it is as well. You've really got to see it to understand what we're talking about.
And I think that probably would be my one-word review.
Nick, what's your one-word review?
It would probably be fun.
I'm going to get a big poster in here that just says, ask Nick for his one-word review.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
I had so much fun watching it.
It is fun. It is good fun. Yeah, so he does his Hulk Hogan thing. He webs his finger in his face. He kicks him hard in the head and Khun goes down again. But he gets back up and he's smiling. The final move comes along. And this was brutal. Because he pins him down. Khun's on the floor. Yul's sitting on top of him. And he just repeatedly smashes his head into his face.
He headbutts the guy to death.
He does. Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Over and over, just smashing his own head into Khun's face.
There's a lot of crunchy sound effects in this.
A lot of blood splatter and a lot of crunching. And he's dead. Khun is done.
Yeah.
So...
revenge is extracted.
Yul just walks away. He's done.
And then the last shot of the movie, Yul has made it to sort of the top of a cliff. And he watches a boat sort of pass underneath him.
So... Jin's doing a voiceover at this point as well.
Yeah.
And she says it didn't take long for peace to be restored to the living hell.
Yeah.
And then that was the last time that she ever saw Yul alive. She thinks he is the first person to ever get off the island alive. And then the very last shot of the scene is him just walking towards the edge of a cliff.
Yeah. Pretty sure he would have just jumped off, landed straight on the boat and...
Yeah, probably, yeah. It was a really high cliff. Yeah, and the credits roll.
Yeah.
And did you see the dedication at the end? They dedicated the movie to Kim Pil-soo, who passed away during filming. Now, I tried to find some information on that, and I couldn't find anything to say how it happened or what happened.
Or who he was.
Or who he was.
Yeah.
He said he was a stunt actor, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I couldn't find any information. So yeah, the film's dedicated to a guy who died during filming. What did you think?
I love this.
It's so much fun.
It's not the best film that we've seen, but have I had more fun watching any films on this list? I don't think I have.
No.
In terms of it just flew by for an hour and a half of pure action entertainment, and the bonus was it was funny.
Yeah. I've got to admit, when it came out of the bag last week, I was a little bit concerned. I'm like, that doesn't look like my sort of thing. I've no frame of reference. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And then I just sat down and watched it and didn't want it to end.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's so much fun. Obviously, you've got to be into fighting and violence because that's all it is.
Not everyone will like this.
Not at all.
My missus kind of watched this with me. She didn't really like it.
Yeah,
it is gratuitous.
I was going to ask you if she watched it,
but she only had half an hour because I think she would have appreciated like the funny moments in it.
Yeah,
I had a great time. I think it's not perfect. To be honest, the acting isn't great.
No,
that's not really what it's about.
No, it's not what it's about at all. The martial arts,
some
of the
of
fight scenes,
they're pretty
incredible.
wooden.
Yeah.
A lot of the people in this, but like I say, even if there's some characters who are even only in this for a couple of scenes and you remember them because they look
like the grandpa, for instance.
They're funny or they do something cool or they've got a great look, and yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I did. It was so much fun, and that's what we're here for at the end of the day.
Yeah,
just enjoy it. That's what films should be. Just sit and enjoy them and have a laugh with them and enjoy it.
We've seen a couple of things that felt like a real chore to get through, and I just enjoyed this. Just absolutely flew past.
Agreed.
I thought it was great.
Couldn't agree more.
Good.
Could not agree more. I thought it was really good. Really enjoyed it. The story's good. The martial art, the fight scenes are excellent. So, let's do the stream table.
Okay.
We're going to put the 23rd film into the 25 film stream table.
Yes.
Where would you like it to go? I think I already know where I'm putting it.
I know where I would like to put it. I'm not sure exactly where you're going to go.
Okay.
So I'll just go for it. I would put it in third.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's big.
I had that much fun watching it. We saw Hold the Dark a couple of weeks ago, and we put that in third.
Yeah.
Good film.
Yeah.
This was much more fun to watch.
To be honest, I was looking at fourth, but I think you might be right. I was like...
This gets by a lot on its charm and its wit, and like I said, it's just balls to the wall, 90 minutes. It's not too taxing, it's just fun.
I agree. Yeah, I was looking at fourth. I was going to put it below Hold the Dark, but I am more than happy for it to go into there above Hold the Dark. I have no issue with that. My only issue with that is that when we started this, we didn't want to become one of these like pretentious film podcasts that just talk about the art of film and stuff. And now we've got 2 non-English language films in the top 3.
And a documentary.
So that's my only issue with it. But this is not a pretentious film podcast. We don't know what we're talking about when it comes to films. This is not a
pretentious film.
No, it's not at all. It's really not. And nor is Mirage.
No.
But when you say you've got a league table of films and your top one's a documentary and your other 2 are non-English language films, it makes you sound pretentious. And we're not. We don't know what we're talking about when it comes to films. We just know what we like.
None of those films are sitting talking, round a table.
Not at all.
English patient type.
No, they're not. No, and people should know that.
This is a stupid film, but in a fantastic way.
Yeah, if you put this on a Saturday night, you just sit and enjoy it with your tea and just have fun with it. It's fun, and I've got no issue with it going in third.
As long as you don't mind the violence, you'll have a great time.
You will. There is a lot of. There's not a lot of blood, but there is a lot of violence because it's only a 15. It hasn't been rated 18. Yeah, I've got no issue with putting it in third.
Excellent. I thought I might have a bit of a fight on my hands there, but
I tell you what, I've really enjoyed discussing this. Probably as much as I did enjoy watching it, and that's got to say a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
So the 23rd film goes third.
It's a late entry in the top few.
Yeah. So, shall we pick next week's film?
Yeah.
Okay, let me find my randomizer. There it is. Right, I'm going to press the button. Win It All.
Okay.
Do you want to know what Win It All is?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
Do you not?
No.
Nor do I. Win It All is a 2017 Netflix original comedy
Okay.
Says, Eddie Garrett agrees to watch a duffel bag for an acquaintance who is heading to prison. When he discovers cash in the bag, he is unable to resist the temptation and winds up deeply in debt. When the prison release is shortened, Eddie suddenly has a small window of time to win all the money back.
Cool.
Stars Jake Johnson.
Oh, brilliant. From New Girl.
From New Girl. And Joe
good.
Matrulio.
Oh, from Brooklyn
From
Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Excellent.
Do you want to watch the trailer?
Yes, please.
First things first, I need you to say, my name is Edward Garrett, and I am an idiot.
My name is Edward Garrett, and I am an idiot. I'm addicted to losing. What are you doing in my house?
I let myself in. I got a business proposition for you. I got a little something I need stored.
What's in the bag?
Don't worry about what's in this bag. Don't open it, don't look at it. Just put it away, forget about it, that's it.
Oh no. Oh no. Holy shit. I just want to take $500 out of the bag and I want to gamble with it. As soon as I win anything, I put the bag away.
You loser. You've never won. You lose. USDA prime rib loser.
Those ladies over there, give me another round on me. Feels like sometimes the world is just perfect.
You sound kind of crazy, but
I do.
I like it.
Okay, good.
She's amazing, man.
Yeah, I really like
Do not
her.
mess this up.
Hey, yo, they're gonna be letting me out of here early. I'll see you next Monday.
Yes.
So you must really be in trouble.
I'm in trouble. I don't want to flip a coin for everything. Come on, go! I like having a girlfriend. I like feeling like an adult. If you honestly start laughing after all that, I'm gonna murder you. Gene.
Okay, that was the trailer for Win It All. Looks alright, looks quite fun, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, go out and watch that, and we'll be back next week to talk about Win It All.
Cheers.
Thanks, bye.